Everybody, and welcome to All Red TV on a belated end of season stream. But we are not going to discuss the end of season review. And I've got my two favourite people with me. I've got Alred, the Norwegian Red. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing very good, and my Norwegian hockey team won
Congratulations!
against beat
Congratulations!
Canada in the World Cup.
But you only had to beat Canada, so I wouldn't go overboard.
Yeah, because Canada's
I've
not
got
much to think about when it comes to hockey.
yeah, and we got Ben. How you doing, mate?
I'm so much better after yesterday.
Yeah, that's a nice segue, that mate. Because before I go any further, I would just like to say, Luis Enrique, Paris Saint-Germain, thank you for saving football last night, because you did the whole world a favour. Even though the referee was probably the most corrupt referee I've ever seen in a game of football, because he's not even on the rota for the World Cup. So how he got the Champions League final, I do not know. But yeah, Arsenal got what they deserved last night. They really did for me. They're the worst Premier League champions I've ever seen since 1992. For me, they're the most boring team I've seen win the Premier League. I don't know if you've seen the things on stream, guys, but they're actually posting photos of Liverpool's parade last year and passing them off that it's theirs, and they've got 1.5 million out on the parade when there's actually 500k.
I do think the numbers they're reporting are close to accurate, but there's a lot of photos going around from last year's Liverpool parade.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot, Ben, going from Liverpool last year. But anyhow, I can't wait to get your thoughts on this, guys. And I've been doing some research today because of what happened yesterday afternoon. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody. The only person who got this right, and there's nobody in the media world can say anything about it and say that they're wrong. The only person who got this right was Fabrizio Romano, 100%.
And that was only 20 minutes before.
Yeah, and 100%. Now, I watched something. I don't know if you watched it, Ben, this morning, but there was an interest. I watched the Sunday supplement on Sky. Dominic King did an article in the Telegraph. Now he said, and he said he did a piece a week before, and he said no top tier journalist ever came out and said that Arne Slot was 100% staying at Liverpool. The club didn't come out and say he was staying. All he was saying was, as things stand at the minute, it doesn't look like things are going to change. And then he said, from what I can gather, things changed massively on Thursday, between Thursday and Friday. Something happened at Liverpool between Thursday and Friday, and the people who took the decision to sack Arne Slot was Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. They changed their mind. Now, Dominic King also said this morning that Richard Hughes, even though he's sporting director at Liverpool, he's not at every game, but he was at the Chelsea game and the Brentford game. And at half time, he heard the fallout in the dressing room with Arne Slot and the squad, and Arne Slot tore the arse off the team. And Richard Hughes,
I've read that the Hughes and Edwards did not consult the players in any way.
Why should they? Why should they consult the players? It's nothing to do with them.
But they sent their recommendation to Mike Gordon in the FSG, who then agreed to it. So it is.
And I think
they just looked at the numbers, and I think the fans also turning was a key part, even though they won't say it.
On that bit there, they've actually come out and said that the fan base turning against Arne Slot was nothing to do with the decision, nothing whatsoever. The decision was taken purely and basically on the data that they've looked at, the training, what was going on, the performances of the team, and then Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards came to the conclusion that Liverpool need to move forward, and Arne Slot is not the right person to do it. And he was only told at 11 o'clock before it was announced at 12:30. He was only told 90 minutes before that he was sacked.
I'm not saying that the fans turning on him was a key factor, but when they looked at the numbers and that happened as well, the combination of those two, in my opinion.
I mean, the only thing, the thing is, I mean, my best mate came last night to watch the Champions League final where he wanted Arsenal to win it, so he wasn't happy last night when he left. But we had a chat about. He said, "Well, what's happening at Liverpool?" And I just said, "They've been very clever here for me, Liverpool." I said because nobody saw this coming, but on the eve of the Champions League final, they released the news at 12:30 that they've sacked Arne Slot. And then all you heard all day on Sky wasn't the build up to the game last night. It was about Liverpool and Arne Slot. Now, are you telling me, Ben and Alred, that Luis Enrique didn't get wind of this in Budapest? Of course he did. Now, I'm not ruling Enrique out. I think he will stay at PSG, but you can't say he's not going to come until he's not. But and Ariola, it's looking like it is going to be him. From what I've been reading over the last 48 hours, I think it'll be done by Friday. This, not before the World Cup.
Did Enrique sign a new contract earlier?
No, he's not.
Not yet.
No.
But it's the final stages. It's
okay, he's not signed it yet.
It's basically just missing his signature. That's all.
Okay, but in my opinion, when this happens and you win back-to-back Champions League,
he's done the treble twice.
It is kind of like, well, I won everything, and he wants to go to the Premier League, and if this option comes up, why not? But what concerns me is, first of all, I want to say I am so happy that this happened. I'm so happy that Slot's gone because he was a disaster for us. I think we did win the number 20, not because of him, but despite of him, because we had the team as we had. I'm happy to see him go. I'm happy we won the number 20, but other than that, I don't think he's been good enough in any way. But what I'm concerned about is that we've appointed a sporting director from Bournemouth. And we have now a sporting director who wants the manager from Bournemouth.
Yep.
And we're not Bournemouth.
No, we're not. I agree. And another good evening, Ant. How you doing, mate?
Good news.
I'm all right, mate. Yeah. And I just going back to what you were saying there, Alred. My concern with this is, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to tell you what my concerns are because I've made some notes. Ben, I'll come to you first, mate. Obviously, you're like me. You're happy after last night, mate, and I don't blame you. But I think Arne Slot. I think, to be fair, I think he was found out last season. But this stemmed from when we won the league, the last 10 games, and the 38 this season. That's been the problem. But I think the abuse he's been taking, Arne Slot, needs calling out. It's not right. It's wrong. And the thing is, where Arne Slot should be applauded, and people are forgetting this. What he had to deal with last season, no other manager has ever had to deal with ever in English football. And the way he conducted himself and the way he handled that club under the Jota tragedy should be applauded, not ridiculed. Because he was absolutely top class and he did Liverpool proud. And yeah, he won us number 20. And I'll always be thankful for that because Man United fans can't sing that anymore. So whether you like him or not, you can't. He's going away with a Premier League winners medal on his CV, and nobody can begrudge it him. But Ben, what are your thoughts on him going? And do you feel personally that Ariola's the right choice?
I mean, him going was the right decision. There's no two ways about it. It would have been catastrophic if he was given another summer, another season. Yeah. That would have confirmed our path as the next Man United, in a way, in my opinion.
Just to add on to that, Ben, what did you make of the timing of it? Did you not find it quite strange? I did.
No. In all honesty, I don't think Luis Enrique gave a single damn about that news. we might have heard it and be like, wow, maybe. But reality is, Luis Enrique is not coming to Liverpool Football Club. There's not a chance in hell he's leaving PSG right now. And there's not a chance in hell Michael Edwards will appoint a man like Luis Enrique, because Luis Enrique wants control over football and things at his clubs, which is what he's got at PSG. It's what he had at Barca. Edwards will not allow an ego bigger than his under him.
How then my question to you then, Ben, is how many head coaches do we need to go through before the club finds out we need a manager?
Well,
2, 3, 4, 10?
You're stealing my thunder here already, you know.
It's not that though. It's you've also got to account for you've just got to find a manager that knows how to adapt to his squad. That's something Slot couldn't do, and it was reported by a load of people that was one of the main concerns: his lack of ability to use the youth, the squad, like players like Naoni, Rio, Morrison. You know, these players that were available. He's not been able to use them properly. That was one of the key considerations in sacking him.
And I think a big concern is as well is for me. When you look at it, I mean, it's come out today. The club have released it, and we've known for a while. I think Konate is going on a free transfer. Salah's going on a free. Robertson's going on a free. Tremendous business, Liverpool Football Club. Brilliant. Let everybody fuck off on a free. What do you reckon, Ant?
That's always been the case. That's always been the case for the past God knows how long. We've let top players go out on a free. I mean, I've seen somewhere a list of the players that we've let go on a free, and we've got, I think, 10 million from all of them, and that was from someone who, we somehow decided we don't want to let go on a free, and we just decided, let's just get 10 mil for him, but fuck everyone else.
What are your thoughts, Anthony, on the timing of the announcement of Slot being sacked? And
I don't think there was any thought behind the timing. I think it was the only thought behind the timing was we need to get it out now before someone else gets it out, which obviously we already seen it got out before they announced it. But
well, I don't know if you saw the post. I don't think Alred will have seen it last night, or if you saw it, Ben. But there was a post put out on social media last night that the Arsenal FC media team are not happy with the timing of Liverpool announcing Slot being sacked because
that was put out the other
it's
day,
disrupted the media for the Champions League final.
Yeah, but it's good that we did it because then they have an excuse.
Very
for not
clever,
winning.
very clever, very savvy.
My issue with the sacking is not the timing of yesterday. It is that it looks like it was so sudden. It's like they haven't been watching the numbers all season and then kind of opened the book after the last game and then, oh, holy shit, this isn't good, and then sacked him instead of, it looks like they hadn't paid any attention because they've come out and said he's going to get another season, he's going to get another window, there's been mitigating circumstances, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly opening the book with all the numbers and looking, this isn't good enough. That is for me. That's for me the big issue. And we can debate all this Alonso shit till, the cows come home. But my point is,
no, we don't.
No, but the point is, they should have seen this coming.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have been, oh, holy shit, we'll have to fire him before the World Cup so we can get another one in. They should have.
Well, Richard Hughes does what you'll understand this, Alred, and Anthony and Ben. You'll get. Trust me, guys. Just a word from a wise old man here. Trust me, Ben. Richard Hughes has done what a woman does on a daily basis. He's changed He's changed his mind.
Oh, right, don't I fucking know it.
Right. Now, Alred, you can back me up on this. No, a woman.
It isn't called changing their mind. It's called having right all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
being right all the time.
Yeah.
You're always wrong.
The thing is, a woman will always say to you, it's a woman's prerogative to change your mind. Right.
So what you're really saying is that Hughes is a woman?
Yes.
He's got a bit of a feminine look to him as well, to be honest with him. See those eyelashes on him?
The genuine concern here is to you three guys. When you look at the two henchmen in charge here, because Edwards and Hughes have made the decision and the execution has been Richard Hughes. Now he wants Ariola in because he knows him, but they've both got 1 year left on the contracts, so they won't be at Liverpool after next year.
But
that's a concern for me.
But what do we think about Ariola?
Right. Okay, why you've brought it up already, you can set the ball rolling on this. Give me your thoughts on why you think he's the right man. Give me the.
I have no clue.
Give me the reason why you think he's the right choice and why he's not.
Yeah, I have no clue. I really don't. I mean, he's done well at Bournemouth. I'm not saying that, but I don't follow other teams that way. Okay. So I seriously, I'm hoping you guys can tell me if this is a good choice.
I'm going to go to Ben first on this before I give you my thoughts on it. Ben, tell me why you think he's the right choice and why you think he's not.
What I am going to say is that I don't think he's the right choice. I don't think he's the right first choice. The first choice should be Sebastian Hoeneß from Stuttgart, because he's more controlled in his style. He knows how to balance high attacking football with defensive football, whereas Ariola is just constant chaos. Ariola's adapted a little bit over the last few months, but he's more front-footed than Hoeneß is. But in terms of styles of play, they're the two best managers on the market, in my opinion, to get back to the rock and roll football. It's why I know for a fact that the club didn't want Alonso one bit. They wanted to go back to heavy metal footy as well, kind of, and Alonso does not play that.
Okay, so Ariola is that.
What I will say is, and I'm going to say, this is my last piece on this, and it's, as far as I'm concerned as a Liverpool fan, it's put to bed and he's never fucking mentioned again, except when we play him. Xabi Alonso was never, ever spoken to regarding the Liverpool job, and he was never interviewed, and they never contacted him. So he was never on the fucking radar for the job in the first place. So all these Liverpool fans who wanted him, go and support some other fucking club. You're talking bollocks.
The reason he wasn't interviewed is because there was a certain demand he had over footballing operational control that the club weren't willing to give him. It's exactly the same thing as why we won't get Luis Enrique. Edwards and Richard Hughes aren't willing to give over that power.
Maybe so, Ben, but there's also one other sticking point, which is sticking in. Let's say the only way I can explain it is this is sticking in the throat of Liverpool Football Club, this. And it's the fact that Xabi Alonso turned Liverpool down for Real Madrid. And that's why
that horse.
That's why they'll never go back.
Yeah, okay, but listen. That horse, you have to shoot that horse and put it in the barn.
Yeah, they shot the horse. It's Alonso.
Listen. The point is, my issue here is, I don't care if his name is Alonso or Enrique or my dead nan. I don't really care. The point is, we have a couple of egos in the club who will not give up power. And that's the issue, because when you have a manager, you can have a manager that is a dictator. You can't have that. You have to find some sort of balance. And if you are the manager, if you are responsible for everything that has to do with the sporting results and everything that has to do with the performance of the players and systems and everything like that, you should have the power to decide who plays, who is available, who we buy, who we don't buy. And as long as you are, if your job is on the line and you are told, well, you're going to get him and him and him, and we want you to play like this, and go. That's now how it works. And that's what my issue is.
And the thing is, when you're talking about power and things like that, the two people with power, I honestly think they're the actual problems at Liverpool, in Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. I think they're two of the biggest problems we've got. Now, this is my take on Ariola. Now, Liverpool have said they want to go back to the football similar football to what we were playing under Jurgen Klopp, heavy metal football. Now, Ariola, he's done a great job at Bournemouth, and people can't, you can't deny him that. He's got him European football for the first time ever. But it's the football he plays. It's not heavy metal football. I class it as thrash metal. That's what I'd look at it as. It's thrash metal. It's fast paced. It's front footed. There's no doubt about that. But you've got a guy who's coming in from a small club who's only used to playing one game a week. He's never played more than 3 games a week. He's never played Champions League football. He's never had a squad of over 25. Now, and the other thing is as well, the negatives on Ariola is, right, he's coming from a small club to one of the biggest clubs in world football. Now, how he handles that dressing room, and the thing is, does he get the culture of the city? That's the first thing for me. You've got to understand the city of Liverpool. Then you've got to understand what the club stands for. And then you've got to understand the fan base. Arne Slot didn't get any of those 3 for me. Also, his win percentage is actually worse than Arne Slot's. Ariola's win percentage is 33%, right? His points per game is 1.46. His goals per game is 1.49 goals per game, and they concede 1.4 goals per game. Them stats, them's his stats. Them are not good enough for the fucking Liverpool job.
No, but you can't compare.
Got it in the first place.
That's apples and oranges, because one is a world-class team and the other one isn't. You can't compare them. It's not right.
Right. The thing is, for me, Ariola, he's a middle-class manager. I don't want somebody standing in that technical area, Anfield, and pointing his finger, because that's all Ariola does. I want somebody. I want a manager who's a figurehead, and he's not a figurehead.
Yeah, but the board doesn't want a figurehead, so we're stuck with head coaches. That's the issue. As long as they are there,
But the thing, the only thing he's got in common, Ariola, is he played for the same team as Arteta and Alonso when he was a kid. That's the only thing he's got in common.
What do you think, Ant?
I was just letting you do your own thing as usual.
Seriously, I've been researching him all day. I think Liverpool. The thing is, the 2 guys who we've just spoke about have made the decision. There's massive pressure now on the board of Liverpool Football Club to get this right, because if this goes wrong, I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to make a prediction here now, and you can all shoot me down next season. If Ariola gets the gig and he goes 8 weeks without a win, you watch the fucking fan base turn. If he goes 8 games without a win at Anfield, you watch him turn again. Now tell me I'm going to be wrong on that.
You're going to be wrong on that.
You're going to be wrong on that one. How long did it take for Rafa to get things to work when he came?
You can use Jurgen as well if you want.
All I'm going to say is I know exactly who won't like the next manager, no matter who it is. And that's the people that fiercely defended Slot's position at this football club. They will go against. Like people like Sam GW. If you go on Twitter, you will see a lot of people who were so fiercely backing Slot. It was almost like he was personally paying them.
But I mean, the thing is,
one of the issues with Slot was a lot of reports came out today that a lot of it he had no interest in what was going on with the other, youth teams or anything like that. He didn't really care.
He'd no interest in the academy at all.
Exactly.
I saw a tweet earlier from you guys know who Chris Williams is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something that apparently he put a lot of leadership responsibilities on Van Dijk and the senior players like Alisson and Salah and whatnot. Like, so they basically had to take on the brunt of leadership because Slot didn't.
The thing is, when you look at the statement what Salah put out before the end of the season, and 17 of the first team squad actually like the post, you've got a serious fucking problem in that dressing room. And I don't care who you are.
Can I button on that point you made about the next manager having to get the club? I think, like, have your thing against Ariola, or whether you like him or not. He's a Basque person. Basque people relate heavily to the people of Liverpool because they don't associate with the monarchy of Spain. Like them in Catalonia.
They are the Spanish Scousers.
Yeah, Catalonia and
the thing
Basque
is,
regions.
you can tell, Ben. You can tell, but the thing is, for me, with Ariola, you can tell that he wants the job because he's been interviewed by Crystal Palace. He's been interviewed by Bayer Leverkusen. AC Milan, Chelsea, AC Milan were looking at him. Chelsea were looking at him, but the three clubs would have interviewed him. He's turned around and said, "Right, wait a minute, I'll think about it." I think he's got word down the pipeline that something's happening at Liverpool, and this is what he's waiting for. There's no doubt he wants the job, and will play better football. That's for sure.
There was a thing on Sky Sports I saw, and it's like it was mentioning in Milan's interest or something in Ariola, and it said, but he's kind of holding out for something. Like he's really interested in the Liverpool job, and that was on like Friday. I was like, okay, but the Liverpool job's probably not going to be available. So, but at the back of my mind, I was like, oh, okay, hold on, something must have gone on behind the scenes because that does not come out from this club or anybody if something isn't going to change, because it would just look stupid on the club if, oh, I'm very interested in the Liverpool job and the Liverpool job isn't available until next year.
Yeah, well, apparently it's all changed. It's all changed on Thursday and Friday within the club.
I don't believe that for a second. I do not believe for a second they'd decided in the course of 24 hours to sack him. That decision, the ball rolling for that decision was in October November after the PSV game.
And the thing is,
I think that review was only on one way.
And the thing is as well, Ben, going back to the PSV game, we lost 4-1 that match. He should have gone after that. He should have gone after that game for me. And I think another game as well, if you remember, the Champions League game was when he had the confrontation at home against Galatasaray with Curtis Jones. I think that's another one what went against him as well.
The 4-0 win in the knockout game.
Curtis Jones, do you not remember that? Because apparently it all kicked off in the changing room afterwards. Van Dijk had to step in, apparently. Apparently Virgil had to step in.
He had the issue anyway.
Was it not against Burnley?
No, it was Galatasaray.
I don't think it could have been the Galatasaray game because we completely tranced all over them. Like, in fairness to Slot, that was probably one of the 2 games he got completely right all season.
Well, I mean, he's not my favourite manager we've ever had, but in his first season, in his first season, he went to Old Trafford and won 3-0. So I love him forever for that one.
But like you said at the start, innit? Like, he might not be anyone's favourite manager, but at the end of the day, he's still a Premier League champion. You'll never take that away from him.
You can't take back the medal.
No, and you know something. I know he's gone now, and he's apparently his favourite for the AC Milan job. And the thing is, Mikel Arteta now is the only Premier League. He's the only manager in the Premier League who actually won the Premier League now.
Oh, yeah, still in the Premier League.
Yeah. Lego head. So I mean, I think this is going to get done pretty quick. I think the what Ariola wants and what have you, I think it's already sorted. To be fair, and Richard Hughes only works on a Friday, so we're not going to hear anything before Friday because Richard Hughes has 4 days off.
I think Ariola's already done.
Yeah, I think so it is. I'll read. So with you, if you look at the squad now, right? I mean, looking at the people who are departing, Andy Robertson, Mo Salah, they've already blocked the Alisson Becker move to Inter Milan. They've stopped that. It's looking like Curtis Jones is going to leave.
Well,
I don't.
yeah, maybe
So,
now he stays.
So, Alvid, who do you think? Where do you think we need to strengthen, and who do you think we need to target?
We need 10 players. Yeah, we do. It's my opinion. I think we need 10 players.
What's your main priority from a positional point of view?
We need a right back. We need a left back. We need a centre back. We need 2 guys in the midfield. We need 1 left wing, 1 right wing, and a backup for both of them, and also a backup striker because Ekitike is out till New Year's and is going to get. So the point is, we need, and we were short on players already last year. So we need almost 10 players.
I think
if we're going to have a squad that can compete in anything other than the League Cup, we need 10 players. Done. They don't have to be world class players, but we need 10 players, including squad players.
Ben,
I think you can swerve like the backup wingers upon the starter wingers, in my opinion, and get a start, an experienced starter left winger, whoever that might be. Can't be Gordon, thank God for that.
Yeah, but the point is, we also made. The point is, if we lose Gomez and Jones as well, and Ariola, we're at least 10 players short.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's going to be youth players as well. Like I think Rio is the backup left winger. He'll get a significantly improved role this season.
Yeah, so we need 1 left winger.
1 left winger, a right winger. I think Harvey Elliott stays just purely because of the right wing. I reckon the right wing depth will be Diamande and Elliott.
Okay, number 2.
And then next year, and then if you want to go even further into the future, we'll sell Elliott next summer.
Yeah, but
and then
just
Kieran Martin.
What do we need this summer? We are up in 2.
A starting left winger.
Yeah.
We don't need a backup striker. That's Gakpo. As much as I don't like the guy.
Well, he isn't a backup striker. He's a backup to the backup of the pickup truck. He can't do anything.
No, Gakpo as a depth striker is an all right option.
Okay. What else do we need?
I do agree with you on the midfield. We need at least 2 or 3 bodies in there.
Yeah,
we need a right back.
5. Yeah, 6. We need a left back. We need a backup. We need a backup for the left back. That's up 7.
That depends if Tsimikas stays or goes.
Yeah, but he's not good enough.
Yeah, but
so we need 7.
Harold, let me finish. I agree with you. I agree with you. We should sell Tsimikas because he is terrible. So yeah,
7.
And I don't think we need another, and we might need another centre back. So that's 8.
Yeah, so 8 or 10. Well, that's not too off, and that is without losing Gomez, and that is without losing Jones. And the point is,
James,
the squad we had last year or this season was not good enough. It was not broad enough. It was not.
Yeah.
We didn't have anybody on the bench. So we need at least 8 to 10 players.
Remember Craig's rant about letting players go on frees? I saw a thing from James Pearce that apparently Gomez is going to see out the last 12 months of his contract.
Yeah, another free transfer. Woohoo!
It just shows how bad. It just shows how bad we are defensively when Canate leaves on a free and Gomez decides to stay. Fucking hell!
The thing is, I think people have overestimated this. Not gonna lie, because I think Jeremy Jacquet is a better player than Canate. The only thing Canate has over Jacquet is experience. Jacquet is a significantly better player. And I do think now we'll go for one of Craig's dream signings in Nico Schlotterbeck.
Well, apparently he's got a 59 million euro release clause.
Yeah, only triggerable by clubs like Liverpool and Real Madrid.
Yeah. But so apparently, unless you've read the same thing I've read, they've at the last Germany training camp get together, Schlotterbeck had a word with Florian Wirtz and they were having a chat, and then Schlotterbeck's told his agent to get the move to Liverpool in motion. He wants to come. So, I mean, for me, I'd sell Gakpo. I'd get rid. And to be honest with you, I'd sell Jeremy Frimpong as well, because he's absolutely useless. He's not a right back. He ain't a winger. And the thing is, if you look at the player who's left on a free transfer now after 9 years, Mo Salah, you're going to need to sign 2 players to replace him, because you're not going to sign. You'll never, no matter where you go. I mean, there's loads of footballers out there who are good enough to come to Liverpool. There really is. But you'll never, ever find another player who will put the numbers out what Mo Salah did. So, and you'll never get a player. He's only missed 7 games in 9 seasons through injury, Mo Salah, believe it or not. So you'll never get another player like that. So you're going to need to sign 2 players for that position to rotate. I don't know if you'd agree with that. And obviously, my other concern is Alisson Becker's stopping for another year. So at the end of next season, you're going to be saying goodbye to Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker. So the 2018-19 squad is gone completely then. And Mamardashvili isn't good enough to be number 1 permanently.
I think that's too early to say.
I don't think Mamardashvili will be here next summer.
Unless his kicking improves, Alred.
Yeah, but it doesn't help that everybody's kicking to his left foot, right foot when he's left-footed either. The point is they kick into the right foot because that's all his foot. So
I can tell you by experience that it's not nice being passed to your right foot when you're a left-footed player.
Exactly,
not fucking nice.
And all the passes to him are on the wrong foot. So he's not. Let's see if we pass the ball to Ali on the wrong foot all the time and see how that goes.
Well, I've just read something about 2 hours ago before we came. Obviously, before we actually got together tonight, I was reading something earlier on that with Ariola coming in, which is looking probably 95% done now. They still have to sign in Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace, and they still want Diamande from Red Bull Leipzig. They're still going to try and get them 2 over the line. I think Adam Wharton would be a great signing for midfield because McAllister's finished.
Who's that one who's left on a free at Bournemouth?
Yeah, they're after some. Yeah, he's gone to Spurs, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah, he's gone to Spurs with Andy Robertson on a free.
Oh.
Spurs have made 2 good free agent signings, though. Like,
you know, so I mean, I'm surprised that Liverpool didn't offer Andy Robertson another year. I really am. But
I'm not.
But
maybe they did. Maybe he was just adamant that he didn't want to stay.
No, there was no contract on the table. Apparently, there was nothing. That's why he's gone. They didn't offer him anything.
What we've heard.
But yeah, it's going to seem strange when he turns up at Anfield next season in that fucking kit with the team what should have gone down, which didn't for me. But I think that Liverpool are going to have to spend close on 350 million again in the summer. I think,
at least.
Yeah, we're not going to get the right amount of players that we need in one season. That's for sure. It's definitely going to be like a 2-3 season job or 2-3 transfer window job. Just say.
Well,
there's no way we're bringing in like 10 players in one transfer window.
It's not going to be another. I don't think, Anthony. I don't think it'll be another transitional season. I think it'll be a judgment season next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think.
I don't think we're going to get 10 players as well, but we need 10 players. I'm not saying we're going to buy it, but we need it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I can't help but think that next season has to be a transition season in a way. Because
another one.
Yeah,
no, it won't be. No, it won't be transition. It'll be judgment.
You can't judge the new manager, coming in when he's got to improve the intensity and he's got to bring back an identity to a club. Very much. Slot's killed everything good about this club. Whoever comes in, whether it's Enrique, Ariola, Honus, Inzaghi, or Craig, they need at least 6 months.
Yeah, well, I agree.
But the thing is, whoever comes in, and this is the sad thing. this really this kills me. This because when you look back over the Klopp tenure, Jurgen didn't win nothing for his first 4 seasons. People forget that, but when you look at what he did over the 9 years, we had 5 trophy-filled seasons with him, and then to see that be absolutely demolished with a wrecking ball in 12 months, it's soul destroying. You know,
Yeah,
I think
but
Arnie
it's
Slot got found out last season.
It's like Ariola said, I think it was last stream or the stream before, with Slot, no one knew what the fuck he's doing. No one knew what he was trying to do. But with Klopp, with those 4 seasons where he wasn't winning anything, you could see what he was trying to do gradually, and you could see where he was going with it. That's the thing. That I think if you're saying this next manager is going to be going through a judgment period, I think what he needs to focus on is showing people what he needs to do instead of obviously focus on getting the silverware. Like, I mean, that's why you're in the job, but also show people why you've
What
been
you're going to
selected
bring.
as the manager. Yeah, exactly. Like show someone, okay, this is what I'm going to give you. This is what I'm bringing to the table, and this is why I think I'm the best man for the job for it. Because Slot didn't do that. Slot came in and just went, "Oh, okay, let's just do this. I won a trophy in my first season. Let's do it again."
But the thing is, as well, you know, so I was Ben probably did this himself as well, but I don't know if you know this, guys. But Arnie Slot's remit for the season was he was told when the season started, the priority is you've got to finish in the Champions League places, right? Now, I know we finished 5th, but the thing is, when you look at the points total that we got 60, the 5th there was only 4 places for the Champions League. The 5th place wasn't allocated until the 25th of April this year, and if that place hadn't have been allocated, Liverpool would not have qualified for the Champions League. So Arnie Slot failed in the remit anyhow because he didn't finish in the top 4.
Yeah, nobody got the Champions League, so
yeah, only because no, but hang on, Liverpool got in the Champions League by default because they were allocated another place because of the coalition.
Yeah, but
that's the only reason why.
Yeah, but the point is, the bare minimum is qualify for Champions League. It doesn't matter how
the bare minimum was finish 4. The bare minimum was to finish in the top 4, and he failed.
I think with the new Champions League format now, with the expectation that England is always going to be a team that gets the extra spot, like it's not top 4 anymore; it's top 5.
And I've said I don't know what you think about this, Ben, because you weren't on the stream when I said it. But I think there's going to be an English team that wins the European League and the Conference League for the next foreseeable future because
the financial gap.
Yeah, the financial gap. And last year we had the final with in the European League with 17 and 14 in the Premier League. United and Spurs. And the eighth or ninth team in Premier League is financially stronger and better than the 4th team in Germany or Spain or whatever it is, because we have players now that goes to Wolverhampton instead of Napoli or Juventus because of the money. So for me, I would be shocked if there's any other than an English team that wins those tournaments in the foreseeable future in this format.
To be fair, I think this next season, Juve have got a good shot at the Europa League.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I'd say that they're going to have the money's worth. I don't think an English team wins the Conference League next year either. I think the Conference League next year is won by Atalanta.
So this is an early one. This then, just while you're throwing that out, off the top of your heads now, obviously, who do you think will win the Premier League next season?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think because they obviously the one out of the top 3 choices, obviously City, us, and Arsenal. They're the only ones to keep a manager, so they're at the highest probability of winning it again.
Arsenal have got the continuity that you need in a way.
Yeah.
Like they'll win the league next year, whether people
they've
want
got-
them to or not.
They've got the squad, that's for sure.
I think next season as well. I think next season people have to be very wary. Arsenal have got to a UCL final now. They know how to do it. If they can get a better left winger, then they're very real. There's a very real possibility in the next year Arsenal win big years.
I think doing it until somebody figures out how to stop it.
If I was Arteta, I'd go and sign a top class striker because that's what they need. Because the strikers they've got are not good enough.
Yeah, I disagree. I think
you've won that Thiago, though, don't they?
Gorkres is shite.
I do think Arsenal's main attacking problem is the left wing. Like when your best option.
Yeah, but Saka left winger because I thought right wing because Saka is world class. Fuck off.
That Saka performance yesterday was hilarious, bro.
Oh, yeah, quite funny.
So if you look at our own club then, and let's say for conversation's sake, that it is Ariola who's the manager next year. What's your expectations for Liverpool?
Champions League.
Well,
what qualification?
Yeah, but I don't care if it's 4th or 5th. It doesn't matter.
That's the bare minimum for any manager, though, coming to our club.
Yeah. In my opinion, the Champions League it shouldn't be considered an achievement no matter what happens next season. It should be considered the expectation. Liverpool has to be in the Champions League. I don't care what happens throughout the season. Jurgen Klopp did it with 2 random kids from the academy. So if Jurgen Klopp can do it with them 2 NPCs, then Ariola can do it with a £600 million squad. But
the thing is as well, Ben.
Craig, please. As well, yeah. It's not just qualifying for the Champions League, innit? Like Ant said, Liverpool fans they can accept and tolerate losing games if you show something on the pitch. Yeah. I want to see performances. I want to see a structure. I want to see football worth watching. I want to see trust in the youth. I want to see him use his squad. I don't want to see no excuses. Like, for God's sake, I'm so sick of Slot and my God, but Ishak, he's not fit. He's not fit. No, it's the mitigating circumstances.
I thought he was here for a second then.
This is the point I was trying to say to you, Ben. My main concern with Ariola next season is not the expectation of finishing in the top 4. That should be the bare minimum always. But the thing is, he's not used to playing 3 games a week. And the thing is, with the style of football he plays, the squad are going to suffer burnout. So he needs a squad of 25, a bare minimum of 25. So you need two quality players for each position. So that's my main concern, Ben, is with the style of football he plays, the lads are going to suffer burnout. So will the second half, will we drop off in the second half of the season like Bournemouth have done over the 3 years he's been there? Or will he learn from what happened there and basically, rotate and pace it out so that we don't drop off?
I have, like you, I've been doing some digging into Ariola, and I was talking to some Bournemouth fans, and they told me, they love him. They think he's their best ever, and he'll be hard to top. But I was talking to some, and they said that the whole second half of the season drop-off thing gets greatly exaggerated. Like it won't be as bad at Liverpool because naturally he'll have more resources and more athletic players and whatnot. Which I disagree with.
And less time off.
To be fair, lads, right? What I've been watching today, I've watched 2 other different channels, right, and they're both United fans. Now, with it breaking that Ariola's coming in at Liverpool, they are absolutely mortified. They are petrified now that we are getting this guy because they wanted Ariola in permanently instead of Michael Carrick. Now, I'm not going to mention who the two people are. You probably know them anyhow because they're well-known United fans, and the channels are well-known. But they are absolutely petrified now that we have got Ariola coming in. But from what I've been reading up on and listening to other people, he's getting glowing. That he's going to be the real deal. But I've heard it all before. I'm just going to let's see what happens.
I think Ariola just like if he comes into the job, it's imperative he just drowns out the noise and focuses on what he can do, which is get these players into better shape.
What I will say is, I think he'll be at Liverpool longer than what Maresca's at City.
Probably.
For sure.
I think a lot of City fans are going to turn on whoever take Maresca purely because he's not
there. You know something, guys, just changing the topic slightly, because I said to my missus and my best mate 2 weeks ago, and then when it came, word was coming out that Pep was going, but nothing was concrete. And I said, Pep's going, and the reason he's going is because the 115 verdict's coming out. Now, apparently what I've been hearing is City are going to get it with a 60-point deduction and a 2-year transfer ban. That's why Pep's gone.
I mean, I feel like that's lazy journalism in a way. If that's all the same for Pep's departure, I do think I did think that regardless of what happened this season, regardless of the charges, I think he would have gone. You can just in his expressions, you can just tell he does look tired.
Yeah, but he was way worse last year. He looked way more energetic and into it this year than compared to last year, which for me would be a normal thing.
Yeah, that tends to happen when but you tend to look worse when you're losing all the time. City have been good this season and they've won 2 trophies. Naturally, you're going to look a bit more glowy. But I think these last 2 years have been a real toll on him. He's not used to not winning, is he? As well, either.
I'm not saying that the 115 is the only reason, but I think that is a kind of a key element here, because
I think it's a big reason.
When things are starting, when you won everything like he has in City, and everything is he's not good at rebuilds, we know that, and when he's then coming into that kind of managing part where he's not at his best, and this is hanging over him, and now he's going to come out. I think that was kind of, it's a good time.
Sorry, Ben.
If City get a 60-point deduction, surely you'd be hearing more rumours about key players leaving. Like, no way Erling Haaland's going to stay there.
Well,
no, but he's going to go. He just have to find out where Pep is going first.
I've read something that Erling Haaland's contemplating leaving now, because I think he knows what's coming as well. Because look at it this way, he's not going to be going to Lincoln away on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, is he, in the Championship?
No. I'm looking forward to him leaving City, because then the Norwegian media can focus on something else other than him every time, and I'm sick of his fucking face.
Here's my other question to you. I'm going to start with Anthony on this one first, Anthony. So looking at Pep Guardiola and looking at the Premier League and looking at the managers we've had, now, I had this conversation with my mate last night. I asked him at half-time, would you say, Anthony, Pep Guardiola's the greatest manager ever?
Not ever, no. No. I mean, look at Bob Paisley.
No, I'm on about, obviously, Premier League. Because people don't go back that far.
Oh,
we do. We do.
Yeah, no,
I was going to say, am I thinking of someone else then? Like, what are you on? But I get what you mean.
Well, the thing is, if you look at Enrique last night, he's actually equal Bob Paisley, because he's won the Champions League 3 times now.
If you're about the transition to the current Premier League title, I'd say yeah.
So would you say Guardiola's better than Ferguson?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because it was a lot more exciting football, and he done it with so I don't know how to put it. Obviously, Manchester United back then were all right anyway in terms of a club. Man City, not so much. He turned a mediocre club into like a top class club, and he done it in style.
I'm also not going to hear anything about Sir Alex Ferguson doing it ethically. Man United were many things, but ethical was not one of them.
Oh no, definitely not.
And I'm not, and that's nothing on. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, but City 115, blah blah blah." United were one of the most corrupt clubs in their heyday. Craig and Harold can back me up
I
on that.
agree. You're not going to get me disagreeing on that, mate.
They were
No,
more than corrupt.
listen.
I'm
You're
surprised
all
they're still
invited
standing.
to a party when fucking Whiskey Nose dies. I'm telling you, Alvin, you'll have to roll over. But
Yeah, but
go on.
I think I think Pep is just a checkbook manager, and I think that's why I put I'm not putting him at first. I think one of the best Premier League manager, or one of the best managers in Premier League, is Klopp. He may not have the trophies to back it up like Pep does and Fergie, but his whole career in Liverpool were fighting against the biggest corruption system in the Premier League. So
even in the Champions League, like, you had to go against Real Madrid or Sevilla.
Yeah.
Those teams
exactly. So
Yeah,
see, he was
I'll
the
give you that,
underdog in
yeah,
everything
fair
he
enough.
did, and
Yeah.
still managed somehow to win something. In my opinion, I would put him in front of Klopp.
And the thing is, Alred, as well. If you look at this Arsenal team, what's just won the Premier League, right? They've had 18 VAR decisions go in their favour this season, more than any other team in the Premier League. And also, if Mikel Arteta had been facing the Pep Guardiola City teams that we were facing when we were going for the league, there's no way Arsenal would have won the league this year, and they've won it on 85 points.
Wouldn't have been anywhere close.
Like I said, boring football.
I've got one final question. I've got one final question for you guys, each in turn. I'm interested in this one because I watched a documentary the other night, and it was absolutely brilliant. A Gary Lineker interview from 2006. All right, so I'm going to start with you, Ben. Here, so for me, just your own opinion, Ben. Who's the greatest footballer you've ever seen in your lifetime? Because you're going to get 4 different versions here because we've got 4 different generations. So, who's the greatest player you've ever seen put on a pair of boots?
I'm going to praise us all a bit. I'm going to say I'm not that young, neither is Anton. You two can't be that old.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Fucking 25 minutes, I don't feel young.
I think
it's your Manchester girlfriend, I'll blame it.
She's fucking putting the age on me.
So who's the best player you've ever seen, Ben?
I mean, it's quite obvious for me. I think maybe Anton have the same answer. It's Lionel Messi.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's what my best mate said last night, Stuart, yeah. Anthony, who would you say?
I'm going to throw out a winner here, and only because he's just said Messi, it's giving me a little idea. It's got to be Iniesta. What did you just say?
I thought he was going to whip out Maradona.
No. Iniesta or fucking Xavi. They were good. They were maestros of players. They were good to watch in creativeness of football.
All right, fair point. Yeah, Alred.
Yeah. The player I liked watching the most, and I'm only talking the prime here, and the prime was too short. But for me, the most fun player I've ever watched play football is Ronaldinho. If you go back and see, if you look at how he plays, how he laughs and smiles and loves everything about the football,
including the
at
drugs.
his prime, we have to remember he was at Barcelona when Messi was coming up. He was the one who was teaching him everything. He was passing to him. He was the one who had the assist on the first goal of Messi as well. So for me, prime Ronaldinho was more of a joy watching. He was. I was just smiling when I see him play.
Great player, but I mean, everybody had off the field problems. And I know you three are not going to agree with my selection. That's for sure.
We all
know he's picking.
My best mate didn't agree with me last night, but I've got 2, and I find it I find it very hard to separate them both.
Steven Gerrard and
No.
Christian Benteke.
Listen.
Lazar Markovic.
Listen, when they played together in that red shirt, that was fine. But the thing is, I mean, the greatest player I've ever seen put on a pair of football boots, and there's nobody comes close. And his career was extremely short. It was 8 years, his career. But when you look at the era that he was playing, and every game he played, they literally tried to break his legs, and the pitches he was playing on, they were cutting up. The greatest player ever to put on a pair of football boots was Diego Maradona, and nobody comes close. Nobody. The only other one who I would put alongside him is probably Johan Cruyff.
Go on, Ben, say it now. Say it now.
But the thing is, you can say, and if you're an England fan, but he fucking cheated and he was on drugs and all this. I couldn't give a shit what he did off the field.
He was still a world-class player.
But the point is, when it comes to Maradona, he was the best player in the world by far on drugs. What if he weren't on drugs? So the point is, how good could he have been?
Plot twist: what if it was the drugs making him ecstatic on the pitch, though?
Well, I don't. I have a few crackheads down in the city here. I don't see them running around like Maradona.
You and me both. I've got one running down the street at the moment. I'm gonna throw them a ball, see what sort of around the world.
Yeah, Maradona.
No, but honestly, I mean, the interview. It's on the BBC iPlayer. It's from 2006. Gary Lineker actually goes over and meets Diego Maradona, and he interviews him, and he asks him about the hand of God, and he said, and he asked him straight, "Did you handball it?" And he explains it. And he said, "Listen, I'm 5'4". The ball's coming in. I'm 5'4". I can't outjump Peter Shilton. I can't head the ball. He's 6'2". So as I've jumped, my arms come up, and the ball hit my hand. It did. He said, but I've looked at the referee, and the referee went goal. He said, I'm not going to argue with the official.
First of all, if that had been an Arsenal goal today, it would have been counted anyway. So, we all know that. But I gotta say one thing here, guys, before I leave, because I'm a little bit ahead of you when it comes to time.
You're an hour in front.
Yeah. The point is, I've enjoyed these streams a lot, and I'm looking forward to us picking it up again when it comes to the new season and everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will try and maybe do some TikTok videos when it comes to the World Cup and everything.
What, 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, but I may do someone, and if you want to hop along, I would be delighted if you would join me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was looking at the times for the World Cup. There's 13 different kickoff times.
Yeah. maybe some of them to be watch-alongs. I don't know, but the point is, if I do decide to do it on TikTok, I will let you know, and I would love it if you join me.
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed this season, apart from how Liverpool have performed, like you guys, and obviously we've got another guy who's not on tonight. Apparently he's dropping 2 videos a day now, so between seeing that woman from Manchester, he's going to be extremely busy. Young Deck.
If they get married, we are all invited. We're going to stand there. And
my God! But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait for the pre-season stream when we go to America again. What do you think of the new kit, anyhow, guys?
I really like it.
I love it.
It's growing on me. It's growing on me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so difficult.
It looks like Anthony's done the speckling on it, doesn't it, when he was decorating his bedroom?
Fuck off.
But I gotta go, guys. It's been wonderful.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up. Anyway, thanks to Ben. Thanks to Alred. Thanks to Anthony in his green screen behind him. And we'll see you for pre-season, and enjoy the World Cup, guys. Come on,
Germany next time.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's the cancer.
That's the cancer.
Yeah.
Somebody got a call.